Hello, ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here, and welcome to the trailer for Fallout 4. A little bit of a breakdown in what we saw today during the live stream of the announcement of this. We were watching that countdown website that they had going. I live streamed it. We were all excited. We were sitting there in the chat. We're talking about it, and then finally it started to play with, oh man, with that television where it starts to pan back. Now, there's some really interesting things that came out of the trailer, things that I didn't expect. One, there's a lot of assets that they show of the pre-war era stuff, so before the bombs dropped. And I'm kind of curious if, they took the time to make the assets, if we're gonna actually start the game before the bombs go off and find ourselves, I think this was one of the rumors they had too, like as the family, maybe the dad or something, or the mom running, and they show the mom, the family with the baby, like running to the vault, and they show the vault. It's a horizontal one instead of a vertical door. It's a little strange, but yeah, like here's the baby's crib. They're showing it right now, and dog meat running around, your loyal companion. He's been in multiple Fallout games in the past. He's like, I missed a family, and he comes running out the door. So it's finally coming out, and there already have been some complaints about the graphics in this. Now, they're showing the military before, we'll keep playing it, before the bombs had dropped. So that was when it was the actual military. Now, normally that armor, the T-54B power armor, and I think the T-45 are normally representative of the Brotherhood of Steel. Anyways, that classic armor. So the more advanced armor is normally the Enclave. So I'm thinking in this one, it's set in Boston. We know that for sure. There's Vault 111. We're gonna see a lot of the Brotherhood of Steel. I think there might be like a Brotherhood of Steel Civil War going on, maybe. We start to see all the Boston monuments. There's the Constitution. Well, go back now. The Constitution has rocket engines strapped to its ass. Now, what I'm thinking is a big quest line, maybe this thing actually takes off. They do show an airship. Now, airships aren't completely foreign to the Fallout lore. In Brotherhood of, Fallout Tactics, the Brotherhood of Steel actually used airships to move out east, and they actually used them to travel, and that's how they ended up crashing and setting up another chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel, the survivors who crashed when the Brotherhood split up between the two factions, the one that wanted to still hold in technology, and then the faction that wanted it to just, be put out and actually use it to bring civilization back to the Wasteland. They start showing a lot of the classic NPCs that we've seen in the Fallout series all being re-rendered, including, let me go back there, the Deathclaw. And that shot is so good. That new model looks great. I don't know, Total Biscuit's bitching about the graphics on Twitter, and a few other people have been talking about it. And I guess as a Fallout fan, and like Gopher talked about this in one of his streams actually, that Fallout always kind of had the back seat when it came to Bethesda's engine. So they'll redo the engine, right? They'll do this big overhaul, and then they'll make an Elder Scrolls game. Or they'll redo the engine while making an Elder Scrolls game, and then a year later, we start hearing about Fallout rumors. Fallout 3, well, right before that, we had the Elder Scrolls title that came out. Fallout 3 came out a little bit later. Looked a little bit better, looked decently better, but it was still the same engine. This one, same thing. This is the Skyrim engine, I bet. Just it had some tweaking, But as a Fallout fan, I'm more interested in the immersive factors, and we gotta go back. And the story, making my own character, setting my own path. Now, out of all the locations they show that they really want to beat you over the head that this is located in Boston, they have Fenway Park. Yeah, that's Fenway Park. You can see the statue of the baseball player there and the diamond in the background. They've actually turned it into a Megaton-style Outpost-esque city. And when they start showing the inner shots of the city, there, I'm gonna pause it right there. They have what looks like somebody standing guard, and he's dressed up as a Boston Red Sox. Like, he's dressed up as a baseball player. He's got his bat ready to whack somebody over the head if they start causing trouble. So there's Paul Revere's statue, and here's the part that makes me think Brotherhood of Steel, like major outpost. We've got an airship in the background, right? And then you see one of the VTOL aircraft fly by. And then here's the shot. You're gonna see how big and expansive Boston actually is in the world. It's a big map. Like, there's a lot of the city left over. I mean, in the distance, you can see the rubble of what used to be the city. Then we start seeing a couple more shots of the entrance to the vault, the horizontal vault. Kind of an interesting twist on things. We actually see the bombs go off, and the people who were left outside the door, they shut the door on them, they couldn't get inside in time. It fades to black, and we see what looks like our vault dwellers outpost, like his house. He's renovating. I'm gonna pause it right here. He's renovating, redoing this suit of armor, Brotherhood of Steel armor. In the background, we got a laser rifle. We've got one of the miniguns, a couple boxes of ammo, bobblehead. There's the magazine stand from Fallout Tactics back there. Very cool. But what's the most shocking about all this isn't anything to do with this, though. Honestly, the Vault Dweller's doing really well. He's got a nice outpost, like a base. This.
Let's go, pal.
Right there. I'm gonna play it again.
Let's go,
This is what
pal.
shocked me when we first watched it. He talks. Yeah, he talks. In Fallout, the protagonist has never talked. As the main character, he's made sounds when he's been shot. Those reactionary sounds of like, oh, I just fell off the cliff. He goes, oh, but he's never spoke his lines. Because the idea has always been, at least to me, that if you hear someone else saying the words, you kind of lose a little bit of the connection, right? When I play Fallout, and you guys have seen this in that Let's Play that I did way back when, and I never finished it, sadly, but because I switched over computers, but I used to read the lines like I was the character. I used to make comments and talk, and I'd get into the character. I was playing John Rowland, ex-NCR captain. That's the kind of stuff I love about Fallout, and to have the character speak, and I don't know if you guys maybe recognize his voice. I don't. He sounds familiar. I'm gonna play it one more time. I don't know. I don't know what he's from. I think it's a well-known voice actor, though. All right, guys. Well, that is Fallout to me. The most shocking thing is the protagonist speaks. I don't know if he'll speak in the actual game. Will we have much more? Are they trying to be more like Mass Effect, where the whole thing is kind of like written out and voice acted completely? Maybe. I hope not. But let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We finally get in Fallout 4. I'm so excited. It's just good to get it out there. We don't know when it's coming. I will be going to E3 this year, though, in the next 2 weeks, and I will bring back as much information as I can about Fallout, about Star Wars Battlefront, and whatever else I can get my hands on while I'm there. All right, guys. See you next time.